Good day, students. You're welcome to the new class on variation. In the last class, we talked about the types of variation. And today, we're going to look at example of one of the types of variation, and that is the fingerprint. So let's revise what we learned in the last class. So the fingerprint is what type of variation? Is it morphological or physiological? Do we see it in the physical appearance, or we see it in the function that is performed by that particular individual? So the answer is morphological. The answer is morphological variation. Now, fingerprints, is it continuous or discontinuous? That is, do we have extremes? We have gradations and transition between two extremes, or we don't have gradation and transitions? Yes, we have four major types of fingerprints, so we don't have transitions. Are you there? So we say it is discontinuous variation. Now let us look at the four types of fingerprints. Let's look at the four types of fingerprints. So what is the first type? We have the arc or the arch. And this is how the arch looks like. So you check which one are you having on your thumb or on your fingers. So the next one is we have the wall, like a circle. And the third is the loop. It's looping, it's not stable. We have the loop. And the fourth is the combination of any of these two we have listed. That is what is called the compound fingerprints. So let's go to the blood group. Now, the same question I'm going to ask. Blood group, is it morphological or physiological? The answer is it is physiological. Physiological here means that it is only expressed in the function that is performed by an individual. Until we go to the laboratory, we can know that this is your blood group. Then is it continuous or discontinuous? The answer is it is discontinuous, because we only have four types of blood group. Okay, so let's highlight the four types. So don't forget, we have four types of fingerprints. We have four types of blood group. So take note of that. Four types of blood group. So we have blood group. Okay, let's have it in a table here. We have the blood groups. Now, there is something we call the antigen, the blood group antigen. The antigen, from the word anti means antibody, gen means generation. It means it is a molecule that always gives rise to antibody. Are you there? The antigen is found on the surface of red blood cell in our blood. Again, the antigen is found on the surface of red blood cell in our blood. Are you there? Then we have the antigen that we have the antibody that fights against the antigen. So let's look at the antibody is found inside the plasma. You can see antigen found on the surface of RBC, then antibody found inside the plasma. And don't forget that the plasma is the watery parts of the blood. So we have the four types of blood group. We have blood group A is going to have the same type of antigen for that blood group. So therefore, you say you have antigen A. Then the antibody will be the opposite of the antigen or the opposite of the antibody or of the blood group, because we said that antibody always fight the antigen. So you must not have the antibody for that antigen type. You have to have the opposite. So therefore, we're going to have antibody B and not antibody A. Are you there? So for blood group B, we are going to have the antigen type, as we have said, antigen B, and you must not have the antibody for that antigen. It's going to fight it. So you have the opposite. Therefore, you have antibody A. What about blood group AB? You are going to have both antigens because you have A and B. Therefore, you say you have antigen A and you have antigen B. For you to have antigen A, you must not have antibody A. For you to have antigen B, you must not have antibody B. Therefore, you are having none of the antibody for blood group A, AB. And the last one is blood group O. Blood group O, you are not having either antigen A nor antigen B. Since you are not having either of the two antigens, therefore you are permitted to have both antibodies. You can have antibody A and you can have antibody B. So don't forget that the antigen is found on the surface of red blood cell and the antibody is found inside the plasma. We are going to end the class for today, and in the next class we're going to be talking about the application of variation. Goodbye.